Hello, welcome back this week. For those of you that it's your first time, thank you for joining me. My name is Deborah Carr and I'm a USA Today bestselling author of historical fiction in that name. I also write contemporary romances as Georgina Troy, and I also have a couple of psychological thrillers as Ella Drummond. One of them actually, The Midnight Swim. It was previously published as My Last Lie by Hera, but they very kindly let me have my rights back when I asked for them, which is really nice. And I've republished it with a brand new cover as The Midnight Swim, and over the last few days people have been buying it. I'm not sure why, because I haven't advertised or done anything, so thank you very much if you're one of those people. If it is your first time, please click on the subscribe button below so you get a little light up next to my name whenever I post something new. I tend to post a new 8 to sort of 12-minute video once a week, and I always put up a short, which is less than a minute. But today I'm celebrating another of my presents. So one of my presents was a Hotel Chocolat. Oh, chocolat. I'm a chocoholic and I don't care. Velvetiser, which I have used for the first time. I'm going to try it and lift this up and probably look at that. My son bought me these hot chocolate sachets. They're the 70% dark ones. Oh gosh, sorry. I'm just going to try it. That's it. And I'm going to taste it the first time. Oh, that is delicious. That is beyond delicious. I never thought I've always been a milk chocolate, not a white chocolate, but a milk chocolate person. And last summer, my daughter, who is a lot of a healthier eater than I am, her and her partner started eating much darker chocolate. Rayanne, I believe she's on 80 or 90% dark, maybe 90% dark chocolate, which is a bit too much for me. I'm the wimpy sort. Takes time. But I now have 70% cocoa in my chocolate, and this is what this is. These are Hotel Chocolat sachets. Oh, lovely. Sorry. Delicious. I'm going to have to be quick because I want to drink that before it goes cold. That is not the attitude, Deborah. So I have had a very busy few days since I last spoke to you. I finished my structural edits for Hollyhock Farm 3, which, as I shared with you, which I probably shouldn't have done because it's not actually public yet. Actually, I say that, but I've noticed it's already on Amazon. Love Blooms at Hollyhock Farm. That's the third book in the series. So I sent my structural edits back, and I'll get the next copy edits, or was it line edits, back in 2 weeks. So I've had to go straight in to my Witchy book. Notes in here. Isn't that a lovely notebook? Lovely little notebook. I love that. I won't show you inside because it's all top secret. So I'm back onto that book again. I must admit, it takes me a little time. When I say little time, I mean like a couple of hours to sort of go from one headspace to the other. Because, of course, one is contemporary romance, and it's the third book in a series, so I know the characters. And another one, this one, which again, this is my actual notebook for it. My lovely Deborah notebook from Just Add Magic. You'll find them online if you want one. They're absolutely gorgeous. I love these, and they can do anything on the front. Love this notebook. This is a gift from my niece Amanda. And this is my, as those of you who know me, I have a new book for a new notebook for every new book that I write. And this is my The Witch's Daughter one. The Witch's Daughter is probably not going to be its title. That's a working title. And I can't show you how many. I have so many books here going on. Those are all my notes from my editor and from me. I typed them up. And I found one of the things. So my witch in this book, obviously she does magic, she does spells, that sort of thing. But she is also into natural remedies and helps the locals, because this book has two timelines and 3 points of view. So one is the mum, whose name is Diana, and she is a witch. She's in a coven. She's desperately been trying to get her daughter, Juno, to join the coven, which is severely depleted. It's this is set during, at the moment, it starts in 1943. So the island was under Nazi occupation at the time. So therefore, food was limited, supplies were limited, medications definitely limited. And one of the things that Diana does as a herbalist and as a white witch is to help her neighbours, her local friends, and she does that by providing them. She did before the war too, but her prowess is needed even more so during the occupation. And funny enough, so I found this book to help with different remedies. Let me put something stick in there so I don't lose that page. And I was using it thinking it was one of my late husband's books. He had lots of books on gardening and on herbs and food and that sort of thing. He was a great cook and loved his garden, that sort of thing. So I assumed when I found this book it was one of his, and it was only when I opened the front, I don't know if you can see, where am I going, that there, and that says December 1997, and it's to Debbie, from Nana with Love, and that's one of my grandmothers. I sorely miss her. So that was a really lovely, that was lovely for me that actually that book was from her, and I had completely forgotten all about it. So there's lots of research I've obviously had to do with this book. Lots of research too, for anything really witchy, to be honest. I didn't know very much at all. Little bits and pieces, but not very much. Not enough certainly to write this book. And I've absolutely loved getting into the mindset and learning all the different things I've been learning. So this book I've spent far more time researching than I have writing it. And so now I'm having to really, I've written the first draft, as I have said in previous posts, but now this is putting in the extra layers and adding more depth of magic and spells and backgrounds of Diana and her coven, also her daughter Juno, as I said, the reluctant witch, and of Xavier, who comes forward in time and shocks both ladies because he comes from 1643. And yes, he's a privateer. He was a pirate. He's an ex-privateer. He's been condemned to death. And one minute he's in a cell, the next minute the cell is in ruins, and he is standing behind this girl that he actually does recognise, and he can't believe he's seeing her again. She, on the other hand, has sort of thinks there's something vaguely familiar about him, but really doesn't know what, and is very taken aback that this man wearing these very outdated clothes is standing behind her in this ruin while she's run and hid from the Nazis because she's out after curfew and she's going to be arrested if she gets caught. So lots happens in the book, and I'm really, really loving writing this book. When I write a book, as I type like a film, it's like I'm watching a film, and I'm really, really loving it. I've just been to the hairdresser. When I was there, I had a couple of ideas which I've now got to remember what they are. So yes, I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, getting those down. Well, remembering them and then getting them down. But yes, that's what I'm doing. So apart from enjoying my chocolate and moaning that it never seems to stop raining, we're just not used to this amount of rain. I mean, it's been relentless. Although they do have snow in England, we've had a lot of hail here in Jersey. Yeah, for those of you who haven't been here before, I actually live on the island of Jersey. So out of my bedroom window, I see the French coast. I can even see the lights at night there sometimes. And we also can see the other Channel Islands, not Alderney, but the other Channel Islands from where I often walk my dogs. So, but we can't see England, it's too far away. Isn't that weird? So yes, so our weather is usually quite different. It's usually warmer, less severe, but sometimes it can obviously be more severe, and we get more weather that comes from France, really, because we're in the Bay of St Malo, than we actually do from England. But we've had a lot of hail on and off the last few days. But it's supposed to be nice next week. Oh, I can't wait. I'm not very good at having not enough sun. I need the sun. Even if it is cold, you can warm up. You can't sort of make the sun, can you, I guess? But anyway, that's what I'm doing. Lots of writing. I keep writing and then thinking, oh, what about adding that? I don't know about that. And then going into my rabbit hole of research with one of my many books that I've got all over the place here. Yes, and I've still got an awful lot to do. So I suppose I better get on. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you've got a Velvetiser, tell me what you think, or any hot chocolate. I'm looking forward to trying out the cold chocolate in the summer. Other than that, I shall leave with my little grimoire, my little spell book, and I shall go back into, where was I this morning? I was in 1943 because I was working before I went to the hairdressers. So I'm going to go back to 1943, and I shall bid you farewell and hope the rest of your day and the rest of your week is a good one. Thank you for joining me again.